Hi everyone, welcome. I'm out of breath, sorry. But welcome. I'm gonna be playing a little bit. We're gonna play a little bit of Touch Star, a very sus game. Hi. I can't sleep, so here we are. How are you, Ayaya? Okay, who should I pick between 1 or 3? 1 or 3? I'm doing good. I got my first hate comment, I think. I posted a clip on TikTok from a past stream, and someone was like, "What the fuck? You're a grown ass adult. Like you're a grown ass woman. What the fuck?" But yeah. But yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is me. I made it. Where'd my pillow go? Okay, who should I pick? 1 or 3? Foxman, who's very, very sus and will probably have a lot of innuendos throughout the whole thing, or Devil Guy, who honestly, my first choice. Hi. You wanna come up, Babash? Yeah, hi. 3? Okay. Apollo doesn't like when I give him kisses. Every time I go to give him a kiss, he just pulls away. He's like, no, I don't want that. So this is Eyes. He's an intimidating yet laid-back outsider. Eyes presides over a sea spring with unnerving powers. He offers you a miracle, but the price means submitting yourself to the horrifying presence at the heart of the spring. Will you gaze into the abyss for answers, even at the risk of losing yourself? That's his synopsis. I think I said that right. We're going with him. Wait, is that it? I got bamboozled. JK. Okay, this is Bear. Bear serves as a warning of the danger posed by the Cenobium. As cunning as he is curious, Bear finds you fascinating and insists that he can help. But trusting him means entrusting your life to a collared beast with a lethal reputation. Can Bear protect you, or are his honeyed words a trap waiting to snap shut? Let's see. Can we play him? No. Okay. Can we play any of them? I don't mind going back to like picking, because maybe we get to pick different. You know, because like last time we sat in an alley with Ice. Leander offers you something that should be impossible: a taste of normalcy, free of your curse. As the first person to withstand your touch, he could change your life, but some things are simply too good to be true. Leander promises to help you unravel your curse, but at what cost? They got some good ass like descriptions for these guys. Chris. From all appearances, Chris is a principled doctor of extraordinary skill, but you know little about the man beneath the professional mask, and Chris keeps even his friends at a cool distance. If you uncover his deepest secrets, will you like what you find? They're all hella good. I got baited though. Yeah. Men, despite their cold nature and familiarity with violence, Min is just as desperate as you to get into the Cenobium. You may be able to help each other, but they're keeping as many secrets as you. They claim they're dangerous, but could they be your only chance at getting into the Cenobium? Okay, thanks. Thank you. Whoever I pursue may be the last person I get to speak with tonight. So if we followed eyes, we'll stay with Ver. There. Out of all the people I met, only one left me with more questions than answers. Ver knows more than he's letting on, I'm certain of it, and if he's feeling as playful as he was earlier, I might be able to get some information out of him. Still lingering, doubt looms heavy over my decision. Can I really trust someone who lies so readily? Returning to the bar is slow work with a heavy crowd vying for drinks. When I find Ver, he's leaning against the counter with his elbows propped on the edge and a wine glass raised to his lips. Not for the first time I catch myself staring, and judging by the looks I see thrown his way, I'm not the only one. There's a clear ring around Ver no one else seems old enough to cross. One ear perks at the sound of my approach, but Ver doesn't so much as look my way, even when I slide into the seat beside him. I didn't think you planned on sticking around. A free drink's a free drink, even if it tastes like rat's piss. Okay. Didn't you say you wouldn't be caught dead slumming in this shithole? Ver takes a delicate sip from his glass, but his tail thrashes below the bar. You've caught me red-handed. He peers at me over the rim of his glass. In a low light, his eyes glitter jewel bright with amusement. However, will you punish me? Oh. I figured my company's punishment enough for you. Ver's lips twitch and he smiles despite himself. So you survived the night. Are you here for praise or will a head pat do? I feel a muscle in my jaw flex at a cruel twist to his smile. His arrogance is made of full recovery, meaning only one thing. Ver has sobered up. So much for my plan. About that, turns out you were right. I did run into trouble. Now I can't decide if you're an oracle or an actual threat or just completely full of shit. Ver scoffs. Most men would buy me a drink before insulting me. After the way you jerked me around, if anyone's owed a drink, it's me. Ver falls so uncharacteristically quiet. At that moment, I fear that I've actually crossed the line. Then he props his chin on his wrist. I don't think you understand how things work here. Information's a luxury, one you flung carelessly aside. I'm not following. If you valued my words, you would have taken them seriously. I gave you free advice, warned you of the danger you were in, and you still went prancing off to the sea spring. Small wonder the soulless didn't tear you to ribbons. My first impulse is to argue, but what he said didn't sit well with me. How does he know what happened to me? How do you know that I left? How do you know I left Irina? I have a very sensitive nose, remember? Right, how could I forget? Do you normally greet people by shoving your nose into their laps and like an overeager Labrador? For a heartbeat, Ver's eyes grow wide and flat. Then he laughs under his breath. Only the ones I like. Ver trades his empty wine glass for a long-abandoned tumbler sweating beside him. Soft lumps of ice bob in the watery dregs of whiskey. But the truth is, I despise most people. His eyes flicker over my shoulder, and then as Leander's boisterous laugh erupts from the other side of the bar. What about me? Not if we start off on the right foot. He turns angrily so he can look me over. His gaze is agonizingly slow as he glides over me. Finally, his lips quirk. I haven't made my mind about you yet. It's a start, or so I think until his eyes slide away and he turns back towards the bar. It's not Ver's attitude that bothers me. No, I expected that of him. It's the fact that I've got no idea how I'm supposed to hold a conversation, much less get answers, when he's so testy and his foul mood is infectious. Did I do something to piss you off? He lets out a short breath. No. Another lie. I'm close enough to catch the subtle bristle of his tail. I'm just disappointed. People like us can't help but attract danger, yet you seek it out for what? Cheap thrills? I wasn't trying to get eaten by the soulless. There's something I'm looking for. And you think men can help you? Leander, are you really willing to risk your life for those dipshits? What life? You got no idea what I've gone through, or forget it. I start to rise, but Veer touches my shoulder a little more than a brush, but enough to give me a pause. His eyes search mine, softer somehow than before. They couldn't even begin to understand you, but I could. I could help you, if only you'd listen. How do I know I can trust you? You don't, but I'm slightly less inclined to waste my time with empty flattery or insults than those two. Is what you desire really worth risking your life for? If you knew the kind of life I lived, you wouldn't be asking. Vera considers the condensation sweating from his glass for a long moment before speaking again. Will you trust me? Yeah, I will. I nod, and he rewards me with a small smile. Good. Fair raised the tumbler to me, then snaps back the dregs. Once he's finished, he wipes his mouth on the back of his hand. Let's talk. Outside. If I have to smell Leander's skunky aftershave for much longer, I'll hurl. With that, he slips away from the bar, leaving me to follow the path of his long trailing tail through the crowd. It's so cold outside, the breeze cuts clean through my bandages, freezing my fingers, but if the chill bothers Ver, he doesn't show it. He lopes purposely down the street into an alley. This far from Wix, the bar racket is a little more than in distant hum. The street is as dead as Amaryllis district was crowded. I wonder fleetingly how many unfortunate lives have been ended in this dingy alleyway. You had questions. Ask. There breathes breath miss in the dark. In the cold moonlight, his shadow stretches unnaturally long over the cobblestone streets. Quickly, I got a show to attend. Heavenly Ludus, I'm sure I've mentioned. He looked down his nose at me, effortlessly imperious, with one hand set on his hip, and for a breath I'm reminded of the snarky want that gleamed in his eyes when he touched me. If he weren't so pretty, I'd walk away. But I need answers, and I can't think of a better way than starting with the people I met earlier. If Vera doesn't prove trustworthy, maybe one of them will. First, I'll ask about Ice. I'd like to know more about Ice. You two seem close. He made an impression, Not surprising. He's strong, ruthless, easy on the eyes. Gives it almost as well as he takes it, even if he's awfully greedy. Big, everywhere, really. Oh, he's blushing. Bit simple, but you know what they say about still waters. I don't, but I'm too distracted by the change that comes over Vera to ask. A coy smile plays at his lips as he winds a finger around the chain dangling from his collar. I thought you didn't like most people. Eyes isn't most people. He's better. He's one. Our eyes meet in very tender expression. Curdles? He makes a tiny sound of distaste in the back of his throat. He's more trouble than he's worth. Dangerous too. Stay away, far from him. And those red-eyed freaks, if you value your safety or your sanity. Is that why you scold me for going into the sea spring? I really don't think Eyes is as bad as you're saying. You don't know him, not like I do. The corner of his lip twitches. Min, I gotta admit, I'm surprised to see that you and Min know each other. Are you friends? Oh yes, we laugh, go shopping, have sleepovers where we braid each other's hair and kiss while with a little tongue. I'm beginning to wonder if Vera ever had friends. Let me guess, you don't like them. Can't stand them. The first time we met, they stabbed me. slid cold, hard steel between my ribs, nearly nicked my heart. It was quite exquisite. The knife, I mean, some sort of antique. Min's done nothing but disappoint me ever since. So you're not close. Can you imagine me being friends with that crabby little killjoy? Impossible. Not unless they learn to lighten up. And I'm afraid not even a surgeon as practiced as Curtis could remove the stick wedged firmly up Min's pert thighs. Leander? What do you think about Leander? I don't. As unusually curt answer for Ver, I don't buy it. So you're not very fond of him? I wouldn't spit on Leander if he were on fire. Ver shudders. Oh no, he'd enjoy that far too much. To call Leander trash would be an insult to manure. He's a pathetic, slimy little child in big, shiny shoes. I've seen muds rutting in gutters with more dignity. I have to remember to close my mouth. Before I can ask my next question, Ver gives a frustrating growl. Don't you dare ask me about another soul. I haven't got all night for idle gossip. But I wasn't finished asking. You get 2 more questions. Make them count. So much for being helpful. But I suppose that's just how information works in this exhausting city. No more time for idle chatter. I'll go straight to the point. Leander told me that the Cinnamon imprisons people. Did he mean you? Leander's a moaning fool with a throbbing victim complex. He loves to see himself as a savior, but the only difference between his cronies and the Cinnamon stooges are the uniforms. I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what surprises me more, the bluntness of which Ver spoke, or the venom lacing his originally silken voice. You're asking who when you should be asking why, says the asshole counting my questions. The look he throws me is infuriatingly self-satisfied. Fine. Why were you imprisoned? For the same reason they'll disappear you given half the chance. I'm something special. Ver bows his head, gathering his hair in his hands and lifting it from his shoulders to bear the plain leather collar adorning his neck. See this collar? He cranes his neck, inviting me to lean closer. Looks unremarkable, doesn't it? Maybe to the untrained eye, but there's an enchantment just barely visible, like letters embossed on old parchment. Intricate spell work has been inscribed on the collar. If I touch it, I might be able to figure out what kind of magic it holds. Touch the collar? I reach for the collar, forward to touch the buckle, but Ver hand lashes out. Long, slender fingers wrap around my wrist, exerting just enough pressure to hint how easily he could snap my bones. Don't you know better than to touch without asking? He tugs like a scolding teacher, but an impish smile grazes his lips. Can I please? Our eyes meet, his thin with amusement. No, you may look, but don't touch. He lets go of my arm. I smooth down my bandages more to get a grip than anything else. I can't lose my composure again. By now I fully expected Ver to begin walking away, but the fact that he's still here suggests that he either forgot about his warning, or he was never counting my questions to begin with. Are you saying that's what will happen if the Cinnamon finds out I'm different? I'll be collared? Doubtful. They keep me around because I'm the best at what I do. And what exactly do you do so well? Killing. He says it carelessly, without hesitation. As long as I wear this collar, I'm made to hunt the Cinnamon's dizzying array of enemies, monsters, soulless, noisy descendants who grow overbold. I'm bound by their will until the day I die. That's awful. Vera murmurs in agreement. It is, isn't it? And that's all you're getting from me. I really must leave now. I'll be late. That's it? Why'd you bring me here if you weren't going to explain anything? He has the nerve to laugh. Isn't that obvious? I wanted to lure you out here alone so I could eat you. You're lying again. And you're asking far too many questions for someone hiding so much. He sneers, and reflectively I shove my hands deep into my cloak. What makes you think I'm hiding anything? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's the tough act or the way you tense up at the slightest provocation. More likely it's the bandages, not exactly subtle. I'll be going, unless you're willing to share some morals with me. There's a biting edge to his playful tone. I can't tell you anything. Wrong. You can start with what you are. I take a step backwards, but My back hits a wall as Veer follows me. In lockstep, I turn only to find his left hand resting on the wall beside my head, caging me in. Damn. Veer reaches for me. His fingers curl around my chin and lift, forcing me to meet his lidded gaze. Would you believe me if I said that the eyes are windows to the soul? My eyelid twitches. Cliche, I know, but let me tell you a little secret. Veer leans in until his lashes tickle my cheek and the warm, faint spice hint of his hair drowns out the stench of greasy cooking fires and chimney smoke. There's nothing you can hide from me. His voice is so low, so subtle I could slip into it. The misery born of your mistreatment haunts you. I understand what it's like to be used and thrown away. I'll give you your life new meaning. I swallowed thickly. How could he possibly know? No, this must be some kind of trick. But for once, Veer isn't smiling. All that suffering has made your soul so irresistible. His piercing eyes pin me to the spot. The look on his face makes my blood run cold. I've seen it before. Traveling through the waste, the lanterns would occasionally reveal carcasses picked clean by starving scavengers whose eyes shone in the dark with the same ravenous hunger. Veer takes a shuddering breath. You're trembling. What if you and I were somewhere quieter, alone? Surrender. I'm sick of running, of hurting or suffering. Surrendering completely is the easiest thing I've ever done. Before I can finish, Veer hushes me. A gloved thumb runs across my lip, bringing the taste of leather when it dips into my mouth. He bends closer and closer. Through the gauzy veil of his hair, I see shadows spread in whirls of smoke. Eddies of darkness peels off the walls, blooming to blot out the moon. Sensation flees with the light, leaving me numb to everything except the sudden pressure of a hand tighten around my throat. Something snaps, and the bitter tang of copper floods my mouth. Veer lips crush mine as he swallows, the reddening thread of my final breath. This time, death comes swiftly and permanently. No way. My back hits the wall as Veer follows me in lockstep. Oh, okay. I got a bad ending. Resist him. Part of me wants nothing more than let him take me, to surrender completely to him. It'd be so easy, but I'm not about to give up now. You're late. The Ludus. Veer blinks. His voice comes out soft and breathy. Shame. He eases back, and for what feels like the first time since he cornered me, I breathe. But my relief is short-lived. Nimble fingers trail down my jaw before closing around my throat. The touch is feather light and teasing, but my pulse still leaps. One last thing, spoken so softly that the pounding of my heart nearly drowns out his words. Call me a dog again and I'll break you. Understood? His lips curse and there's no humor to his voice. Yes. Good. As soon as Veer releases me, I sink into the alley wall to catch my breath. He looks down on me with his expression distinctively smug. Let's get one thing straight. I ate a monster 3 times your size for breakfast. 2 actually. The first one tasted dreadful, like a fisherman's old ashtray, but that's beside the point. You and I may be alike, but don't ever forget what I am, or what I do best. He flashes me a dazzling smile. Amari, anyone seen Amari? Leander's voice echoes from the direction of the wick. I whip around. I nearly call back before remembering Veer's apparent distaste for Leander. I glance back at Veer. Only he's gone, vanished into the dark. I'm left with a deserted alley, trembling with a delirious mixture of exhaustion and excitement. Fuck. I let out a long, shakily exhale with that condescends in the freezing air. Only once my racing heartbeat slows do I make my way back towards the wick, guided by the distant sound of Leander's voice. Okay. Yeah. Echo. 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 There's nothing in there. You're wasting your time. So that was fun. Yeah, I just wanted to finish that, and I guess we did. So, trying to wait 2 years before it comes out, I guess. Echo. There's nothing in there. Fatty. Echo. Okay. I think I'm done for the night. Oh dang. Is this person ending stream? Because I am. I just wanted to finish that.
I thought what we had was special, Sidon. You know? I thought we had something. We literally have a statue together.
Okay. Yo, Echo. There's nothing in there but trash that you've already ate. All of it. Yeah, I had a fun time. I enjoyed. I didn't think I had finished the demo. I thought there would still be more, cause the choosing character screen is very misleading, you know. But I had fun. I'll read someone now. I'll read this person. Is this someone I've rated before? They're playing Valorant. But yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow, but I was planning on it. But I might not. We'll see. But if I do stream tomorrow, I think we're gonna work towards finishing Hogwarts. Just so that we could play some other games. But yeah, I think we're gonna work on finishing Hogwarts so that we can play some other games. I believe, again, this very much depends on how I'm feeling once we finish Hogwarts for what I play next. But I believe I'm gonna play Outlast next. After I finish Hogwarts, I'll do Outlast and the DLC. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all next time. Make sure you guys stay hydrated and get some rest. Bye bye.